Okay, welcome into Spirit of Life Alchemy. This is your full moon in Libra reading. I've already pulled the first cards, but I had to stop the video and start again because I just completely couldn't speak or anything. So we're starting off, we're using the Work Your Light cards. And so the card at the bottom was Star Mother. How can you nurture yourself? And then from the top we had No. Wait, postpone, pause and say no. And then the other card was Soul Family, call in your tribe, you don't have to do it alone. Okay, so this particularly is making me think of Libra. We've got the Sun in Aries, which is very independent. It's I am, it's the me, the go it alone, I can do it. Okay, where the Libra, where the full moon is about the we, the sharing, the support, coming together to do it, calling in friends, calling in your soul tribe, calling in the people that you need who can help you do this. The Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? That is about the divine feminine energies and how we look after ourselves. It does feel this. When I've been looking at the energies for the full moon in Libra, there seems to be a call for balance between. There's a lot of big planets and lots of planets in masculine ruled signs, but then sort of the full moon being in Libra, and Libra ruled by Venus. And the planets in Venus, it seemed to be calling for a balancing of the masculine and the feminine energies. So I'm getting a sense of taking a pause, coming back to yourself, nurturing yourself as much as you can, but then also calling in others that can also help to nurture you, and likewise you can nurture them as well. So connections and collaborations is a theme. Okay, so as usual we're going to use the old Goliath shadow deck and see what comes up. So what do we need to know for this full moon in Libra, happening on the 5th and the 6th of April 2023? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? What do we need to know? Okay, so let's see. We've got the 9 of Pentacles. We're talking about independence and self-confidence and things like that. Very sort of Aryan energy there. Okay, let's see what's going into the past. The 8 of Swords going into the past, the imprisoned bear. The 9 of Pentacles is the tranquil spotted doe. Below us we've got the 2 of Pentacles, the juggling snake. Above us we've got the 7 of Pentacles, the rewarded frog. And then we've got the star seed, the demiurge, which just makes me the star seed, the star mother. You know, it's almost feeling very galactic, isn't it? I'll just bring these over a minute before we put the clarifiers out. Okay, so the clarifiers. We've got the High Priestess, the Crescent Moon cat, the 6 of Swords, the brand new journey. I have to put my glasses on to read the end of that at the moment. And then we've got the King of Pentacles, the Father of Roses. Underneath we've got the 4 of Swords, the Sacred Space, and we've got the World. So where is my glasses? Just look to see what was that. Yeah, it was a brand new journey. The world is a sacred circle, and the Four of Swords is a sacred space. So there's a bit of a theme coming up there, isn't there? Okay, so where we find ourselves, we've got the Nine of Pentacles. This is the tranquil spotted doe. Self-assured, self-confident, independent, knowing that she's more than capable of providing for herself. There's no codependency. Within relationship, there's interdependency, that back and forth reciprocity of sharing, more than capable of standing on her own 2 feet. This is the sun in Virgo, and knowing it, and in comfort, taking care of her own needs, abundance around her, and knowing that that sense of being able to comfortably be able to look after yourself. Okay, what's moving into the past is the imprisoned bear, the Eight of Swords. Now, this is a bear that's trapped under the ice, frozen in an old mindset, things like that, and trying to break free. So often when this card comes up, I always look to see if the Judgment card comes out as well, because there's a bear in the Judgment card that's breaking through the surface of the water, and it's called Transcendence. But it's the bear after it's freed itself from this and that gasp of fresh new air. But we haven't got that, but that's fine, because this energy is moving into the past. Okay, so it may be that we've been working on this, working on old mindsets, old ways of being, limiting stories, false narratives that we've been telling ourselves for a lifetime, wounds that are coming up to be that have come up to be healed. And if we've been doing the work, Chiron has been really active in Aries in these last few weeks, aligning with Venus. Venus is aligned with Chiron, Mercury is aligned with Chiron, Jupiter is aligned with Chiron, the Sun yesterday aligning with Chiron, or today if your full moon is on the 5th. Less than a degree away from each other, less than half a degree away from each other. So there's that healing energy is still very potent. And it's bringing up, it's that healing. We've had these sort of repeated patterns of healing ourselves. So with Venus, it was healing our hearts, our love, our abundance, our values and things. With Mercury, it was about healing the mind, the mindsets, the way we think. With the Sun, it's healing ourselves, our core identity and things. So yeah, there's been this tide of healing, and if you've been showing up and doing the work, then you're freeing yourself from old mindsets, and this is reflected by this going into the past. The card below, the foundation of the reading, we've got the Two of Pentacles, the juggling snake. So you might be faced with different opportunities, and maybe that's why no has come up, because it's not the right time to make the decision of which way to go yet. Okay, things need to play out a little bit longer. But you can be juggling these ideas, seeing which one feels the right direction, and doing in the pause we carry on doing the work. But yeah, this is Jupiter in Capricorn, the juggling, the snakes, the snake juggling. Do I go this way? Do I go that way? And yeah, at full moon, we're getting to the peak of the energy. Okay, so we're in the crescendo, the culmination of something, the peak of the energy. There might be too much going on. It might be too intense, to be able to make a rational decision or even a heartfelt decision about what way to go. You may be in reaction rather than in response. So the message is just sit in it, just sit in the ambiguity and just let things play out for a while longer. As we come out of the full moon, then, you know, the answers may come to you then. Okay, and the sense of patience is reflected in the above card from Spirit, the Seven of Pentacles, the rewarded frog. Okay, patience and waiting, the pausing, the postponing, the not rushing out and doing it. You know, let's hold back and see what comes to us. Okay, so with patience, with surrender, that's a word that's just come through. With surrender and patience, everything that we desire can come to us. Okay, what we're moving on to, the star seed, and just seeing these two as being quite related today, the star mother and the star seed, remembering that we are galactic beings. We've come down here to have an earth experience to help evolve the planet, help humanity to ascend. We're here doing the healing work, you know, it's all keeping us busy, but it's being effective and it is coming together. So remembering that we are star seeds, that we're all connected in this, and nurturing ourselves as a star seed. Okay, so then the clarifiers, we've got the High Priestess, the crescent mooned cat. Okay, so the High Priestess, she's the receiver of wisdom. She talks in tongues, she's silent, she receives messages from her higher self, from the higher realms. And she, that connected to the, the feminine wisdom, as opposed to when you think of the Hierophant as, you know, the preacher going out as like the divine masculine spiritual persona. The High Priestess is the silent, reflective, divine feminine. So we're coming back to more of those divine feminine energies, the nurturing ourselves, but being connected to the higher knowing, being connected to our starseed self, and that journey. And then we move on to the Six of Swords here. So the brand new journey. The Six of Swords is about moving away from a difficult situation, the Eight of Swords, into much calmer waters. And what I like about, in the background, you know, and in the foreground here, it looks like these swords there's fire and, you know, the swords are burning and the bird is flying away to new horizons, but it's taking the nest with the eggs with it. It's taking the new life, it's taking the new beginning, it's taking the eggs or the seeds ready to plant in a new place, a more fertile place, either where they're going to grow or they're going to hatch when they've nurtured. I'm just thinking hatching, the star mother nurturing, sitting on the eggs, nurturing the new life, our new life. Okay, and then we come to the King of Pentacles, the Father of Roses. So the King of Pentacles, the ultimate in abundance, you know, the safety and security, being able to manifest the safety and the structure in our lives. Maybe that's what we're moving away from the old mindset, that's maybe a mindset of lack or fear and doubt and things like that, and moving towards, through patience and aligning with ourselves, moving towards a much more stable, solid place, somewhere where the seeds will grow, the eggs will hatch, and the new life of abundance will manifest. lose my words. I've been busy. I've been busy on Canva all day, so I'm a bit sort of eyes going in opposite directions and things like that. But I've done what I needed to do. Okay, so that's the reading. The underneath cards, which is what's going on in the subconscious, what's going out in the background. We can't see it yet. And the thing I was drawn to about these cards was the word sacred, the sacred circle and the sacred space. So the Four of Wands, sorry, the Four of Swords, the sacred space, this is about healing. This is just taking a breath. It's coming back to ourselves. It's allowing a moment of pause and waiting. And in that waiting and postponement, we're doing the self-healing. We're in our sacred space. It's safe and we can receive the healing that we need. We could, we separate ourselves away from life for a little bit. We do the healing, and then when we feel our cup has been filled up, we can go back out there again. Okay, so it's about time to take the quiet times, a bit of quiet time. I've also noticed it's surrounded by roses, and of course with the King of Pentacles over here, he's the father of roses. So, there's that healing message within that as well. And then we have the world, the sacred circle. Again, the spiritual circle of life, embracing the spiritual within the mundane and within matter. And also, the world is an ending card, but it's not really an ending. It's like Ouroboros, the snake that eats itself. In my beginning is my end, and in my end is my beginning. And the sacred circle, the sacred life is just like that. There is really no beginning and no ending, just different chapters, different volumes. I know whenever I sort of reflect back at my life and sort of, where the things I'm going through starting, it's like, oh yeah, that started then. Oh, but that came out of that. Oh, and before that, it was that. And just seeing this continuous cycle of growth, of evolution, doesn't always go forward. Sometimes you're going backwards all over the place. But the overall thing is this cycle of evolution. And as one thing ends, a new beginning starts. This is actually the last full moon before we go into eclipse season, starting in 2 weeks. The new moon, black moon, in Aries. So the last new moon was in Aries right at the beginning, and we now will have a second new moon in Aries at 29 degrees, and it's going to be a solar eclipse. So take this chance to have a breather at this full moon in Libra because the energies are going to get big during April and into May. So yeah, we've got the new moon in Aries on the 20th. We're starting eclipse season. Then on the 21st, we've got Mercury entering its retrograde period until the 15th of May. On the 5th of May, we've got a full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio. And then we hit the new moon in Taurus is on the 19th of May, is us coming out of that eclipse season. So it's like we've got a double whammy going on there for transformation. So yeah, take your time to chill out now, gather yourself, gather your strength, find your foundation, connect to source, get yourself in a comfortable place, because there's going to be a lot going on later in the month and into May. So that's your full moon in Libra reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated for you. If it did, please do like, share and subscribe. Click on the wiggly bell for notifications when I'm releasing readings. If you'd like a personal reading from me, then please email me at the email address below this video in the descriptions box. Otherwise, have a wonderful full moon in Libra. And until tomorrow, thank you for watching.